It is Friday the 19th of September. I'm officially 5 days or one whole week into my very last semester, and I'm very excited to say that I spent the last week thinking about my capstone project but not actually doing anything about it. So today is the day I officially start my capstone project. My plan is to start the session as I usually start any session for a new idea, which is get a Spotify playlist going and scroll through Pinterest, because I feel like I have different aspects of this idea coming to me, but I definitely need the whole picture to come a bit more. I think I need more strength in my understanding of my audience, and isn't just something that I'm doing to indulge in myself. It needs to have that audience captivation and use, I guess. It needs to be transferable and needs to be usable for other people to either feel understood or learn or grow. So I'm really trying to find those aspects. Going into my very first consultation. Wish me luck. The meeting went so well. I'm very happy. Hi there. I just got back from university and I just quickly wanted to come on here and share a little update of the capstone project, because I have been working on it these past few days, and I've actually had a bit of a breakthrough, because initially it was going to be a non-fiction piece about the semantic change of love over time and be an anthology with a bunch of short pieces, I guess, tied together in this overarching theme. And I was excited about the idea, but I was finding that the actual form I was struggling with. I almost had writer's block before I even had it done. I just wasn't able to get the ideas out so easily. And so on Monday, it is now Wednesday night, on Monday I had the idea during my class to just make it into a fiction piece and to make it into a long short story, like a short story that's about 8,000 words I'm hoping for. And since then the ideas have just been flowing so quickly. I'm getting really excited about it, and it's all coming together still with that same idea of the semantic change of love over time, but in just a more tangible and well-rounded way for me. I think it really correlates to what I have been doing throughout my degree, which is great. And so I'm just very happy about that. I had a meeting with my, I guess, mentor for this project today, and she liked the ideas that I had, and so I'm now just getting ready for that pitch presentation, which is due in a week and a half now. So I'm gonna finish up fleshing out my ideas for this story, just to get the base and foundation done for it, so that I know what I'm pitching, and then I get to focus on pitching my pitch. And I know that the second that the pitch is done, I need to try and get the first draft done as soon as possible, so that I can just keep going over it again and again and really make sure it is a strong piece and keep myself to 8,000 words, because I can very easily overwrite. So if I have that mix between making sure it can only be 8,000 words and getting it done as soon as possible, then by the end, after a bunch of revisions, I'll hopefully have a very strong and very exciting piece to be able to showcase. So that's good. Consultation number 2. Hi, I'm proud to say we've actually been making some progress. However, that progress is definitely not linear. I've been in a bit of a struggle this week with it, mainly in regards to my pitch presentation, which is on Monday, and it is Wednesday, and I only just got the actual structure done. And that is because I redid it several times. Ended up just getting my pitch presentation from my last I guess, creative project that I did, and just duplicating that and switching out the words, and that's made it a lot easier, a lot smoother. I got my teacher to view it today, which was really good, and she's saying that it was all looking on track, and so that makes me feel a lot better. I got to do a bit of character fleshing out today, which was great too, so now some of them actually have names. The story itself, it's just, I can see the big picture, but there are so many blanks in between, and so I really need to try and start working to fill those blanks, especially before the pitch presentation, so I actually kind of know what I'm talking about. It is an 8-minute pitch, which I'm not used to. I'm used to only about 2 to 5 minutes, and so 8 feels like very big, but at least that means that I get to really elaborate once I figure out what I'm elaborating on. It's been a lot of like going around the same circles, really feeling frustrated, and I'm a little bit like downtrodden with this whole thing, but it's picking up steam again, so I'm really hoping that it stays that way, and I'm putting in the effort, because hopefully I will finish up that pitch tomorrow, and then it will just be practice, because gotta make it professional, and I can't be there just reading off notes, because that is not gonna fly in the industry. Another meeting down. That is feeling so good. Hello, I thought it was about time that I did a check-in on the capstone project, because time is going fast for this thing. It's been crazy. I have not been writing as much as I should have been so far, but hopefully that is changing now. Here are my updates. 2 weeks ago, I believe, I did my pitch for the capstone project, and I went through a 10-minute presentation talking about what it is, how I'm going to actually make it a real thing, what it means, and all those sorts of things. So that was very nerve-wracking, but I did it pretty much within the time frame, which was good, and I feel happy about that. Because of that presentation, people were able to give me a lot of feedback. I have read through it once, and it did make me feel very loved. Everyone's been very well receptive of this project, which makes me so happy, and really shows that obviously there is a place and it is like a transferable concept. It's not just something that I might need or want to write about, but it's something that other people can cherish and grow from as well, which is so nice to hear. And so that's helpful in terms of motivation. I'm like, yes, I definitely need to do this project. However, in the 2 weeks since then, when I have supposed to be doing the first draft, written probably 2 times. So that's not good. I have about 1,000 words, I think, of my 8,000 word target for the project. But I need to have the first draft done, the whole 8,000 words, by the end of this coming week. This past week as well, I was able to have a one-on-one meeting with my capstone project advisor, which was so handy. Apparently a lot of people are also in the same boat, especially because it has been midterms, so we haven't been able to prioritize our projects as much as we may have been wanting to. So that, at least, I feel bad for everyone else, obviously, but it's nice to know that I'm not just an anomaly and really sucky as a capstone person. So I know we'll all get to where we need to be. But that was really helpful. She read a little bit of the work, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks, again, why I need my draft done as soon as possible, she wants to read the whole thing. So we have to get that done, and then hopefully I can edit a bit of it, because the thought of her reading just what comes out of my hands and brain naturally, not the most appealing thing. So hopefully I can at least make it a little less raw and disjointed for her, because otherwise that's a little embarrassing. I want to write for 1 hour a day, and if I do that for the next week, my draft will be done, maybe. So hopefully next time I'm checking in with you face to face, I have a full draft and we've had good feedback. So it's now just trying to knuckle down and get this stuff done, because obviously all the ideas are there, the character arcs and everything still need to be worked on, but I think there's at least a foundation to know where people are going to end up through the story. And so we just have to get this going because I pretty much have 1 more month left of my semester, which means only 1 more month left of writing and finishing this piece, which is not a lot of time. The first draft of my capstone project is done. It is technically 3,000 words over what it's supposed to be, and also somehow 32 pages, but at least it's done. And I'm going for a consultation to get my mentor to read through the whole thing very soon, so that hopefully will not be as embarrassing as it feels to give her my very first draft, but it's onwards and upwards from now. That went so much better than I expected. We are officially starting on draft 2 today. Guys, the capstone project is due today. I cannot believe it. I haven't been working on it very recently, other than sending it off to my friends, which has been incredible. So my first job of today is to read through their notes and to make those edits. And then other than a couple of my own edits, I think we're going to be done. So we'll hand it in long before the deadline is due. But I don't know, I feel like if I've got the rest of the day, maybe I should keep trying to work on it, but the results have been good so far, which is nice. They're saying that it is readable and everything, which is what I need. And so I'm just excited. Home stretch. And then we also have to get the capstone journal done. It's due in a couple days time, and then I have a presentation in like 4 days to present it to not only my classmates but several teachers from the faculty. It's in a big room, bigger audience than I'm used to, so hopefully that all goes well. But first task, just get this project in. The day has slipped away so quickly, but I'm pretty much on my final draft or piece of revision. I went through all of my friends' edits, which were great, went through the whole thing and made sure that the love interest was all sorted and had good motivations and everything. And now I'm just going through it one more time to ensure that the moon in which it's sort of based around is properly represented, because as of right now there's nothing other than moon phases to break up the structure, and it's a little random. So we're gonna fix that up now. Hopefully it will take only an hour or two, and then we'll do one last read through and hand it in. So hopefully this works out. Getting inspiration. I'm really struggling, I won't lie. I'm on this very last section and then I'll be done. But I'm trying so hard to figure out a metaphor that links love and the moon, when I already had a metaphor for it being love and the ocean. And it's not. I can't synthesize them. I think I did it. Okay, final read through time. Then we are handing this thing in. I just took a little break, and so I'm going to sit and get pretty much the last bit that I want to do, which is create just a bit of a better formatting, create a title page and then get the chapters with little illustrations, just to make it a little bit more book-like so I can hand it in. But it is 9 p.m. now, so I am going to try and do that as quickly as possible, because I did not think it was going to take this long today.
Wow.
We are on formatting attempt number 3, so hopefully it gets better. It actually works this time. Okay, they're good enough, so I'm just gonna hand this thing in. It is 11:20, so hopefully I will be done and getting close to sleep by 11:30 tonight. But at least we have a solid 30 minutes in case anything had gone wrong, so not too close to the deadline. The presentation is done! Now we just have one more thing to do and then capstone is over at my uni. Crazy. I am done! That's crazy. Now let's hope that was all enough to graduate, but wow. Congratulations to me.